Hip-hop has been a global phenomenon for decades, but it's hard for a genre based on confronting authority to grow in a country where the government actively censors the media. So in China, hip-hop's never really gone beyond an underground subculture. That all changed last year with a new TV show called The Rap of China, a reality TV show that's kind of like American Idol, but all rap. And in Chinese. The show got 3 billion views on iQIYI, which is a little like Netflix in the Chinese market. Everyone from hardcore fans to complete rap newcomers were tuned in. But just months after the first season ended, things went south. One of the winners of the show was accused of having an affair with a married actress. They both denied it. Then he was criticized for glorifying sex and drugs in his lyrics. He quickly apologized and blamed his vulgar lyrics on the influence of black music. But the damage was done, and in January, the Chinese government banned hip-hop culture, period, from being shown on TV. But this year, the Rap of China is somehow back on the air. They've expanded, and they even did auditions in Los Angeles. The show has a new title in Chinese, but everything else is the same, including the logos, most of the judges, and the format of the show. iQIYI seems to have been granted an exception to the government hip-hop ban, but it's not really clear how. Chen Wei is the CEO of iQIYI and the head producer of The Rap of China.
How are you able to make a rap show if rap's banned in China?
问的有点极端，他说就是如果中国禁止了
其实嘻哈一直在中国没有被禁止，否则我们也不可能做这一档节目了。中国的这个广电总局所提示各个媒体需要注意的是，不得把这个对于未成年人有不良影响的说唱音乐也好，嘻哈文化的内容也好，通过大众媒体传播出去，因为这个会有不良的后果。
To build an entertainment empire on top of a genre that's technically banned, iQIYI is doing whatever they can to keep the government happy. So if a contestant has a tattoo, they make them cover it up on stage. And this season, all the lyrics seem to be really positive and patriotic. Most of the contestants grew up in China, so they're used to dealing with government restrictions. But even American rappers like Al Rocco, who moved to China hoping to jumpstart his career, are pretty careful about what they say in interviews.
Do you find yourself having to tone yourself down a little bit?
I wouldn't say tone myself down, more like, I guess to adjust to the culture here compared to the West. You know what I'm saying? In the West, it's so free. You know what I mean? Here, it's kind of like, I guess, it's more controlled and in a good way, though. You know what I'm saying?
How so?
Like, kind of educate the people, because honestly, hip-hop in China is so young. People don't really understand what hip-hop is. You know, for me, what hip-hop is to better yourself, to understand yourself, and to keep it real.
A lot of the underground rap scene in China thinks the stuff that appears on the show is way too sanitized. Some rappers have even refused to be on the show. But the Rap of China isn't going for the underground. They're going for mainstream audiences. And if you want to get in front of those mainstream audiences, you have to play by the rules.
就像有一句话讲，这个好的 rapper 不怕这个 beats 啊，就是所有的 beats 他都可以这个应对。那我觉得，那无非这些政策是为了想让这个说唱音乐变得更好。
我呢一开始就是对这方面还根本就也不熟悉的，然后后来我就觉得，去年这个活动节目做出来之后嘛，然后我就觉得这影响了很多的年轻人嘛。然后让这些地下的东西都慢慢的就是能被大众接受。
Al Rocco ended up getting eliminated in one of the final rounds, mostly because he's not good at rapping in Chinese. The judge who made that decision is Chris Wu, one of the biggest pop stars in Asia. He's a Chinese Canadian who also moved to China for his career, so he knows how hard the Chinese market can be.
This show is called Rap of China, so we're looking for rappers that can rap in Chinese, and for them is kind of is really hard because Chinese is not their first language.
I mean, so for Al Rocco?
Yeah, for Al Rocco.
It's legit just because of the Chinese barrier.
Well, honestly, that's a big factor.
Is it at all weird to you that China has a show about rap before, say, the States does?
I think if anything, China needs a show like this. In the States, I feel like there's so many different platforms, and even if you're just putting stuff on SoundCloud, you could blow up, right? But out here is like there's really no outlet for them besides this show.